I just received a question about what is the proper grip for putting. Now, as I've been teaching for, well, I almost said years, for decades, is more than any other part of the game, there is no correct grip for disc golf. Now, the reason why is that everyone has different size hands, different length fingers, different shaped fingers. People's fingers bend in different directions. So I do not believe there's ever going to be a universally correct grip. However, there's three pretty good rules to follow for your putting grip, no matter how you grip. I think these are pretty standard. So the first is going to be, you want some variation of the fan grip. All that means is you want the hands underneath. It's called the fan grip. It's old school, but if you were going to be fanning yourself, right, it's fan grip. You want the hands open underneath. You don't want to be gripping with a power grip. Hands underneath. The second thing you want to do is you always want the disc tucked all the way back in your hand. This goes for every grip, but you never want the disc out kind of floating out here. You want it all the way back, no matter what you do. And the reason for this is, in order to aim, in order to be consistent, you have to have a technique that you can replicate. Now, if the disc is anywhere other than all the way tucked back snug, you can't properly replicate this. If I hold the disc out here, it might be here, but it might be there. It might be there. It might be there. Who can tell the difference between here and here on the grip? Well, this much difference on the grip is going to be 3 or 4 degrees on the throw. I'm making up the numbers, but several degrees on the throw. On a 30-foot putt, several degrees is the difference between a make and a miss, all because you were holding the disc slightly different than what you were intending. Well, if you take the disc and you tuck it all the way back in your hand, you can do this every single time. It's simply all the way. I actually even like, I don't think this is important, but I like to put my pinky back here to even hold the disc in place. I can consistently repeat this every single time. Now the third thing, I wouldn't even call this a rule because there's enough variety in this area, but this is something I tend to believe in, is that you want to take your index finger, don't put it all the way out on the rim, take it and tuck it just a tiny bit underneath. The reason for this is, when you putt, the disc is going to leave your hand, and the spin, most of the spin anyways, should be generated not from you flipping your wrist. I mean, if you do a spin putt, you're going to be using your wrist, so I'm talking about push putts, but generally, spin doesn't come from here. Spin's going to come from your hand coming to an abrupt stop, the disc leaving your hand, and then if your finger's slightly under the rim, it's going to pivot off of your finger, and that's going to generate spin. When the finger's on the rim, it doesn't want to pivot off as easily. So take the finger, put it underneath, give it a pivot point. I think if you follow those 3 rules, any other variety or variation in there, I'm okay with.